Any chicken that is raised specifically for their meat is called broiler. Broilers do lay eggs, but that is not what is being targeted for. You are very welcome to Safobafo's free poultry farm consultation. Are you a poultry farmer or are you planning to start your own broiler farming? As a poultry farmer or as a new poultry farmer, it is very paramount, it is essential to know the amount of feed your birds are going to eat or the amount of feed your birds are eating daily and weekly. Now you have brought your day-old chicks into your farm. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. They are 1 week now. That is where we are going to calculate it from. We are going to start from week 1. Week 1, each broiler is going to eat 21 grams of feed, which means if you have 1,000 day-old chicks of broilers, they are going to eat 21,000 grams of feed. When we convert this 21,000 grams of feed into kilograms, we are going to get 21 kilograms of feed, which means 1,000 birds are going to eat 21 kilograms of feed in a day. We have 7 days in a week. In order to feed your 1,000 broilers from week 1 to week 2, we are going to multiply this 21 kilogram of feed by 7. When we multiply this 21 kilogram by 7, we are going to get 147 kilogram of feed, which means you need 147 kilogram of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers from week 1 to week 2. Now let's get to week 2. On week 2, each broiler is going to eat 50 kilograms of feed in a day. If you have 1,000 broilers, 1,000 times 50 grams of feed, it is going to be 50,000 grams of feed. When we convert this 50,000 grams of feed into kilograms, we are going to get 50 kilograms of feed. We have 7 days in a week. 7 days times 50 kilograms of feed. It is going to give you 350 kilograms in order to feed 1,000 broilers within 7 days on week 2. So on week 2, you need 350 kilograms of feed to feed 1,000 broilers within 7 days on week 2. Let's get to week 3. Their eating is increasing in a heavy gargantuan way, week by week. On week 3, each broiler is going to eat 95 grams of feed, which means if you have 1,000 birds, 1,000 day-old chicks or 1,000 broilers, 1,000 times 95 grams of feed, you are going to arrive at 95,000 grams of feed. When converted into kilograms, you are going to get 95 kilograms of feed, which means we have 7 days in a week. In order to feed 1,000 broilers on week 3 to get them to week 4, you need 95 kilograms of feed times 7, which is going to give you 665 kilograms of feed. So to simplify things, you need 665 kilograms of feed to feed 1,000 broilers on week 3 only. Now let's get to week 4. The pressure is getting hard. On week 4, each broiler is going to eat 135 grams of feed, which means if you have 1,000 broilers times 135 grams, you are going to arrive at 135,000 grams in a day in order to feed 1,000 broilers. If we convert this 135,000 grams of feed into kilograms, we are going to get 135 kilograms. We have 7 days in a week. In order to feed 1,000 broilers on week 4, if they have not arrived at the correct market size, you need 135 kilograms times 7, of which we are going to arrive at 945 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers to reach week 5 if they have not arrived or reached the market size. On week 5, each broiler is going to eat 170 grams of feed. If you have 1,000 broilers, you are going to need 170,000 grams of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers in a day. When we convert this 170,000 feed into kilograms, we are going to arrive at 170 kilograms. We have 7 days in a week. If you are supposed to feed this 1,000 broilers for 7 days on week 5, you are going to need 7 days times 170 kilogram. 7 days times 170 kilogram, and you are going to arrive at 1,190 kilogram. You need 1,190 kilogram in order to feed 1,000 broilers on week 5. So that is why many farmers or many broiler farmers sell their broiler on week 4 or week 5. It depends on the type of breed. Some breed market size reach week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7. If you are stubborn to go beyond week 7, then you are digging your own debt grave. So let's get to week 6. If you are not able to have market and you are not able to put them in a fridge, let's assume that. Alright. Let's assume that your broilers have not reached the market size. On week 6, in order to feed your 1,000 broilers, one broiler is going to eat 190 grams of feed. When we multiply this 1,000 broiler by 190 grams, we are going to arrive at 190,000 grams of feed. When we convert it into kilograms, we are going to get 190 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 birds in a day. We have 7 days in a week. In order to feed 1,000 broilers for 7 days, if you have not reached the market size, in order to feed them to reach week 7, we are going to multiply 190 kilograms by 7 days, and we are going to arrive at 1,330 kilograms. On 7th week, each broiler is going to eat 200 grams of feed, which means 1,000 broilers are going to eat 200,000 grams. When we convert these 200,000 grams into kilograms, 1,000 birds are going to eat 200 kilograms of feed in a day. Where are you going to get a profit? So you better sell them off. This is the reason why many broiler farmers, when their birds reach the market size, they are in panic to sell or to lay them off, because the broilers eat gargantuan. Because on week 7, maybe some circumstances made you to keep the broilers for 7th week, or maybe their market size reached week 7. Let's assume that on week 7, or maybe you were a little bit stubborn to keep the broilers for week 7. On week 7, if you are to keep the broilers for the next 7 days, week 7, each bird is going to eat 200 grams of feed. If you have 1,000 broilers, 1,000 times 200 grams, you are going to get 200,000 grams. When we convert it into kilograms, we are going to get 200 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 birds in a day. We have 7 days in a week. Let's assume that you are going to let's assume that you are still stubborn and you are still going to keep this 1,000 birds for the next 7 days. In order to feed 1,000 broilers for the next 7 days, on week 7, we are going to multiply 7 days times 200 kilograms, and we are going to arrive at 1,400 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers on 7th day. Let's assume that the type of broiler breed that you are raising reaches the market size within 4th week or within 4 weeks. Then it means you are going to need 2,107 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers for 4 weeks. If you are to keep them for week 1 to week 6, then you are going to need 4,627 kilograms of feed in order to feed 1,000 broilers for week 6 or for 6 weeks. If today is your first time of hearing this wonderful voice, please kindly subscribe, like and comment.